Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Regular viewers will know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. I'm actually doing podcasting products as well. So what we're looking at today is great for video production, great for your podcasting as well. So it doubles up as two, it can do two functions. And we're looking at audio recorders, and I've got I've got 5 audio recorders on my table here. I use them all really for different purposes, and I'm just going to briefly go through with what I use them for and why I use them. Now they all do effectively the same thing. They record audio, and they record it in either WAV or MP3 at various bit rates as well. So from that point of view, they're all very similar. But if we look at the small one, this little lolly one, this little Olympus, great little, I think it's LSP4 this one is. It's a great little, very pocketable. You can see here how tiny it is. It's really small. And this is great to shove in your pocket. You might want to shove it in your shirt pocket. If you need to get any backup audio, you're going out filming, you need to get any backup audio, something like this is a great option because it's so tiny, just to throw in your kit bag. It has got a 3.5mm jack external mic input, so if you want to plug in a lavalier mic and you want to plug that into it, that is great. And it's got a headphone jack. Always monitor the audio with headphones if you can. And it's great from that point of view. Now, where this also comes in handy, if you've got something like one of these small compact cameras, there's many of them actually, anything like the Canon M6 Mark II that I'm filming the close-up shots up here with, the Nikon Z50, the little Sony RX100 range, there's loads of them. This would be your ideal companion to go out with, because you can plug a tie-clip mic onto it, shove this in a person's pocket, and you can get crystal clear audio, beautiful audio, using a recorder like this. Then just sync it when you get back to your studio. And you can see from the size of this, it isn't, get it framed right, it's not particularly large. It's a really compact little a little recorder, and it's got manual audio level controls as well, so you can actually set it manually. You can put your headphones in. All of these have got manual audio control, but if you want something compact, if you're using a little camera like this on the RX100 and you're happy with post syncing, all I would say is with post syncing, just make sure you've got some sort of cue and you do start the recorder so you can actually sync it. Because I'm also recording this audio as well as using my Rode Wireless Go. I'm recording it on my the Live Track L8, and I've got a microphone just out of shot up here that's picking up my audio, and I use that for podcasting as well. So great little audio recorder, basic features: record, play, rewind and what have you. Plug a microphone into that, so that is highly recommended. My next one I use, which is the Tascam DR40X. Very similar sort of device, to be honest. There's not much I can say about this which is not different to that one. It's just got a bigger display. That's the Tascam, where are we? That's the Tascam DR05X. Again, 3.5mm jack input on the top here, so plugging in a lavalier mic or a little shotgun mic that's got a 3.5mm jack. Bigger to use, a bigger screen to be able to see your record levels, and various other functions that you would expect to see on a device like this. The other great thing with this Tascam, which the Olympus doesn't have, it's got audio interface feature, so you can actually use it. You can plug it into your Mac or your PC and use it as an audio interface, so you can use this as your microphone as opposed to using your computer's microphone, so you're going to get better quality. And you can plug in again a lavalier mic into this and use it as the audio interface. So again, great little device, and I would always recommend, if you're going out filming, take either or, something like this. They're wicked. They are really useful. I use this one for binaural recording. I've got a set of binaural headsets and I use that for binaural recording. I will be doing a separate review on the Tascam but the audio quality on all of these is pretty much identical. So that's the Tascam DR40X, a little compact, very lightweight, two AA batteries. That's got a single AAA battery in that one, but two AAA batteries in the little Tascam. Next we have, which is basically its competitor, is the Zoom H2N. I'm loving Zoom products, you know. I really do enjoy using Zoom products. This is the second or third Zoom products that I've recently purchased. Let's turn them on there. So that's the Zoom, get it in shot, Zoom H2N. Quite a different style of audio recorder, but again effectively does exactly the same job as the DR05X. It can act as an audio interface to your computer, but what I like about this one is when you're using manual audio control. Now again, I do highly recommend you use manual audio. It has got the external mic inputs just on the side here, headphone jack just the same as on the DR05, but with manual it's got this lovely control dial on the side, and it's a proper analog physical control wheel. It's just on the side here, so you just turn that to adjust your input level for your audio. And a lovely big display, a nice big LCD mono display, same as on the Tascam, pretty much the same size actually as the Tascam DR05, but a nice display on the front there. But this has got other advantages that the Tascam hasn't got, is with its microphone set up on the top. So you can put it on your desk to do interviews, conference or whatever. And it's got 4 microphones set up. Now I haven't gone through all of these yet to work out which one produces the best. But on the top here, you've got a switch and you just select... my camera's lighting isn't so good, so you're not going to be able to see that too clearly, but you can select on the top here what microphone configuration that you want for what you're doing. But it's a 3.5mm jack input, same as on the Tascam. So other than that, it's effectively does the same as what the Tascam DR05 and the Olympus LP4, but it's just a bit easier to use because of the manual controls of it. Then we get to the two bigger ones, the two sort of semi-pro stroke pro ones. Well, definitely the H6 is a pro one. We've got the Tascam. I don't think I've got any batteries in here actually, but no, I haven't. We've got the Tascam DR40X. Lovely piece of kit, this one. This is the Tascam DR40X. Basically looks exactly the same and functions exactly the same as a DR05X. Again, sorry, I go back to the Zoom a minute. This does act as an audio interface to your computer as well as the DR05, but the DR05 and the DR40X are very similar in design. If you're used to using Tascam kits such as this DR05 or the DR05X, any of these, you'll have no problem getting to grips with this bigger one because it's identical. The menu structure is exactly the same. You can see here actually how similar they are. You know, they're very similar pieces of kit. And the only advantage, the main advantage the DR40X has is the fact on the bottom here you've got two 1/4" jacks stroke XLR inputs for professional microphones. So that'll take professional microphones as well as it hasn't got a 3.5mm jack, ironically. So it's got the you know, the professional XLR inputs, but it hasn't got a 3.5mm jack. So that's where the DR05X comes in well handy. On another note, with the microphones on the top of a DR40X, as well as using them as a directional microphone configuration, so if I was talking like this, that's how I would have it. But if there's more than one of you in a room, you just flick the microphones out. You don't have to fiddle with knobs and switches. That way you get a really good XY pattern, a good stereo separation, so you can easily put that on the table and it will pick up people. If I'm on this side of the table, somebody on the other side, it will pick both of us up beautifully. So that's the DR40X. Again, inputs for your computer, audio interface. and highly recommended if you need XLR input. It's got phantom power on each channel for the XLR inputs. It's a bit fiddly adjusting the audio input gain because you have to go into the touchpad and do it. It's just a little bit more fiddly, but generally speaking, if you're recording a voiceover, once you've set the level and you're in a controlled environment, then that should be fine. You shouldn't need to keep readjusting the levels. So I don't see that as a major issue, but it is, it's worth bearing that in mind with this particular one. It hasn't got the proper, gain controls. Whereas this beautiful piece of kit, I use this so much. This is the Zoom H6, and such a nice piece of kit to use. I've done a lot of reviews on this. Effectively, it does the same as what all the others do. So it does the same as the Tascam DR40X, but it's got 4 XLR inputs. You've got 2 on one side, and then you've got the 2 on the other side, and they can all have phantom power applied to each individual channel. But to adjust your level controls, it's analog, so you've got these lovely analog controls. We can quickly and easily get to your levels, and you can adjust those on the fly, which is really, really handy. And you've got a beautiful LCD color display of your audio levels, and you can see if I say we can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't. So you can see the audio levels going up and going down as I adjust the levels of these microphones that are attached to the H6, because it's got this modular system as well, where you can take this microphone off, this XY pattern microphone that can come off, and you see it just leaves a control a pad on the top there, what do you call it, a connector on the top there, and you can connect all sorts of other microphones and modules to it, but effectively I just leave that connected, and that forms the basis of my Zoom H6. So and you arm each channel, so it's got 6 channels, you've got your 2 and then these 4, so you arm them for recording just by pushing this button in, or whichever one you want to record with. Great. And it's a great podcasting piece of kit, because you can have up to 4 people in your podcast. Plug your 4 microphones in, such as these are sort of microphones you'd connect, these sort of XLR type microphones. That one is the Rode M3, and then I've got over here the Shure SM57. That's a beautiful microphone, really lovely vocal microphone, that one. That's really good. And of course they have this XLR connection on the back of the microphone, so because of that XLR connection, they go straight into the side of the Zoom H6 or the bottom of your Tascam DR40X. So if you do need to use XLR microphones, either one of these would be great. But the Zoom H6 or the H5, but the H5 only has 2 XLR inputs. The H6 has got 4. Other than that, they're pretty much exactly the same. Displays are slightly different, but great audio quality from these, but designed primarily for people that need something that will take an XLR microphone, dynamic core condenser, because they do have the 48 volt power supply. They've all got headphone jacks, obviously, so you can monitor the audio. Very, very important, and very useful if you're using certainly the smaller ones. You wouldn't need anything as bulky as this if you're going out doing filming and you're taking a compact camera. And I'm thinking of the cameras that don't have mic jacks and don't have headphone jacks. So any one of these 3 will do that job fantastically for you. You'll get amazing audio quality using these by plugging a lavalier mic into the system or a gun mic. Monitor the audio. It's got headphones, manual audio control. You don't need any more than that, do you? And they're not expensive. I mean, I think this Zoom H6 is about 130 quid here in the UK at the time of recording this, and the DR05 is about 100 quid. So they're much of a muchness. And the same with the Olympus LSP4. That's around the 90 quid, 100 quid mark. So those three sort of compete in the same market. The H6 is the expensive one. It's about, well, I say expensive, it's relative to what you're going to make with it, but that's about 330 quid-ish, something like that. That's the Zoom H6. And the DR40X is about 150, something like 160, something like that. But they've all got great features, and there we go. That's what you would use these audio recorders for if you're into filming, film production and podcasting. They'll work for both. And they've all got their built-in XY pattern microphones, so you can use them. They're very good quality, you know. They are really, really good. I'm particularly impressed with the microphones on the H2N. I really like the you know, the format of a H2N. It's at the moment, the Zoom products are my favourite. I love the H2N. I love the H6. Great pieces of kit. So there we go. I will put a link to these products in the description, and it's an Amazon affiliate link, so if you did want to purchase any of these, you can purchase them via my Amazon affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any more, but I do make a few pennies from each sale, so that helps me grow the channel, helps me keep going, as it were. So there we go. That's this range of audio recorders. I hope you found that useful. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and hit the like button if you like the content of my videos. Really appreciate that. It helps me grow the channel. I also have a podcast which I'm growing. It's called The Tech Review Show, and I'll leave a link to where you can find that. You can actually find it on your Apple Music. Is it Apple Music? No, Apple iPod, Apple pod thing, you know, if you've got it, you know what app you're looking for. So here we go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned for more videos relating to this sort of malarkey. Thanks very much. Cheers for now. Bye.